Welcome to day 7. Today we're going to talk about failure and how to handle setbacks and disappointments. Let's face it, in life there are always going to be unexpected setbacks that, more or less they throw us for a loop. And the goal here is to understand why they may have come about, and then to learn how to properly deal with the issue. Oftentimes our frustration and anger over a situation, it may seem completely unfair and unwarranted. But if you just take a step back and you really just try to analyze it, that's a real quality first step. So let's just take a minute and talk about how to master the setback and how to use it to your advantage. First, there is a saying that we live by here at Lewis Media, and that is, the pathway to any success is learning how to deal with Plan B. When you understand and are completely aware and open to problems, you have already mastered the game. You see, acknowledging the possibility of a setback will keep you flowing in a very positive direction. I want to encourage you to always keep in mind that not all disappointments are bad things. It is our firm belief that everything does truly happen for a reason, and that includes even being terminated from a job. No, seriously. If you ask any successful person who has made it to their desired goal, I promise they will tell you that at one time at least they were fired on the way to their journey to the top. However, what separates the successful people who let failure not keep them stuck, and people who let failure completely and totally derail them, is the attitude and understanding that setbacks are a part of life. Whenever you are faced with adversity, it is time to just pause and not to pursue. I want you to think about that statement for a minute and really let that sink in. If you can grasp this one little theory and hold on to it, we promise that if you learn nothing else, this little gold nugget will keep you moving forward for years to come. So let's go over that one more time. When faced with adversity, it's time to pause and not pursue. So what does this mean, and how do we break this down for our benefit? First, anytime there is a disruptive moment in your life or your environment of any kind, in some form, directly or maybe indirectly, this conflict involves you. So instead of attacking and defending, which most of us do, it's much more productive to pause, breathe, analyze, and then contemplate. Using this method of slowing down your thoughts will allow you to better see the conflict and situation for what it really is. For example, oftentimes after a pause, we come to the conclusion that we really didn't like the job we were in anyway, and that maybe this is a sign to move on. Many times after reflection and a pause, we realize that the conflict was aided by our own tactics to self-sabotage our job. To give us an excuse to move on, kind of our own self-ignited push. You see, taking a pause at a job that you love and being pushed or accused or bullied in a way that makes it unbearable to continue, this is also a plausible scenario. When this is the case, the pause is still your friend. It gives you time to evaluate properly on how to solve this issue. It allows you to gather your thoughts and go and talk to the right people that can help you form a plan and get the right attitude and remain calm. Again, setbacks are inevitable, so we should never view them as a negative hit to our ability to perform. Actually, understanding that as you grow and progress, that conflict based on everything from jealousy to intimidation is just a part of life. This is where the power of Plan B really comes in, and that you fully understand that you always have a choice. Never back yourself into a corner thinking that this is the only job or position in town. Never let a setback define you as unqualified or not intellectually capable. I encourage you to take each setback as a set up to either state your case within the organization, to remain there and grow, or to leave on good terms. Either way, the key to moving past any setback is to pause before you pursue. When you do this, you will have a great sense of the logical steps, and in the end, you will be much better for it. Until next time, Godspeed.